You know what really Dwayne's my Johnson? When celebrities complain about their weddings or expenses. I'll be getting married to the most bodacious woman in the world soon. And because of that, she sent me a video from Derek Hough's Instagram where he used the Nick Cage, Pedro Pascal meme to complain about his wedding finances. I didn't even know he was engaged, so my first thought was, oh, so he and Julianne are finally gonna give this a go. But because of my impending wedding, my next thought was, really, Derek Hough? Yeah, I know this sounds like really with Seth and Amy. You! International dance superstar Derek Hough, with a net worth of over $4 million, the guy who Disney pays to host everything, are stressing about wedding finances? Seriously? Are you stressing that you won't be able to afford Celine, so you'll have to settle with Adele? I've been there. Are you afraid that you won't have enough to serve everyone the wine from 1907, so you'll have to settle for the wine from 1908? I remember that dilemma. Are you losing sleep because maybe you won't be able to give all your guests a gold doubloon from an 18th century pirate shipwreck off the coast of North Carolina as wedding favors, so you'll have to settle for the blood diamonds? The amount of sleep I've lost over that. Let me ask you something, Mr. Huff and Puff. Have you ever had so much anxiety towards your ability to pay for both a wedding and your normal cost of living with your income that your brain breaks, leaving you planking your couch in your boxers for an hour and a half with your face thoroughly pressed into a cushion where multiple asses have been? Look, everyone can be subject to stress and depression and has a right to talk about it. But we are not at the point where we have to listen to the fabulously wealthy complain about the cost of a party. And then there was Ron DeSantis complaining about getting married in Disney World? You're upset that your wife forced you to get married at one of the most desired and glorious wedding locations in the country. Yeah, sure. You didn't want a Disney wedding. Do you know the amount of illegal things I'd be willing to do to be able to afford a Disney wedding? The human sacrifices I'd perform to get that mouse marriage? The limbs and appendages I'd separate from my body to get a taste of that magical matrimony? You get to have an absolute dream come true wedding, and because Disney decided that LGBTQIA people are fine, you bemoan this blessing, you broad beefy bitch? I know that conservatives still find I hate being married and my wife is a hellspawn puppet master humor funny for some reason, but you're not a comedian. You're a governor. And you can't even do that right. You do not get to have the best wedding one could possibly have on the limp, muggy dick that is Florida and retcon your feelings by complaining that it's what your wife wanted. Especially when all you're doing is putting the K in dictator because a company that makes your state billions of dollars in tourism decided that diversity, equity, and inclusion is a good thing in contrast to your little humid Hitler mindset. So, Dancy Derek and Rhonda Suckett, until you've had to make your wedding registry a glorified GoFundMe, just do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. Or resign.